Hey guys, welcome back to the Struggleville YouTube channel. We're saying goodbye to the terrain. After 5 years and about 80,000 miles of my own driving in it, it's time for it to go. I'm trading it in today for a new vehicle, which you will see in a future video. But I thought we would just do a little quick review for anyone who's possibly looking at buying one of these in the future. Mine is a 2012 SLT2. I'm at 93,000 miles. The dealership's giving me 10,000 as a trade-in for it, so it gives you an idea of what you may get if you have one to trade in, or if you have an Equinox, which is pretty similar, or if you're looking to buy one, but of course that changes and varies by location. But overall, the car's done me pretty well. I do have the 4-cylinder, and it's all-wheel drive. They had some problems with these 4-cylinder engines and burning oil, so just knowing that, it's probably not something I would buy. I don't know if the 6 cylinders had the same problem, but I got letters in the mail talking about the 2.4 engine burning oil, and then if you dig deeper and do some Google searching, it's anecdotal evidence, but you'll see people talking about having to put in like a quart of oil every 1,000 miles, and you know, maybe if you're someone who's really diligent with your cars and you check the oil and you're really up on the maintenance, it's not as big of a problem. But especially if you're someone who doesn't want to be doing those things, or you know you would never check the oil, I mean, that's like a death sentence. You're gonna end up on the side of the road. So the 2.4 engine, not a big fan of, because it's also a dog. So if you can get it in a V6, I would 100% recommend doing that. This particular one had every option available except the DVD system and navigation, but every other thing was on it. And I'll show you guys what my gas mileage reading was, because, and I haven't reset this thing in probably 2 years, so it gives you an idea long term. I probably drive 75% of the time on the highway. So my average fuel economy was 24.3. See if anything else is interesting here. Not. See, they got the tire pressure monitoring system. Oil life deal, which the dealership, there was I don't know if you call it a recall or what it was exactly, but I had to bring this thing into the dealership and they had to reprogram the oil life and I guess how it's calculated, how much oil life is left. So again, it's another issue that was related to the oil, which isn't something you exactly want. You know, one thing is, when I bought this car, I bought it used. It had 20-some thousand miles on it, and I'm in with the finance guys and whoever else, and of course they're trying to sell me on other stuff. They said, you know, there's a lot of electronic stuff on this car that could break. Don't you want an extended warranty? And I just want to tell them, you know what, you're right. I should just not buy this car. There's too much shit that could break. But really, as far as the electronics and the extra options and all that stuff, I haven't had anything break, but I've had like small nuanced things that went weird. For a while the radio wasn't working. It wouldn't turn on. The screen wouldn't come on. You wouldn't hear anything. And that's connected to the seatbelt dinger. That's connected to the turn signal dinger, your backup camera. All that stuff wouldn't work. I never actually found out what happened. It didn't work for a couple of weeks. One day I came out, the car battery was dead, and I jumped it, and everything came back on. So it wasn't a fuse. I didn't replace any fuses or nothing. I have no idea what caused that. But it is very expensive apparently to fix. It was like $1,000, I think, for a new radio for this thing, and then there was some charge just to like reset it. So it is a possibility, something that could go wrong. And the original Michelin tires were shit. Man, it sounds like I'm complaining a lot about this car, but really it did me good for a long time. I was happy with it. Nice comfortable ride. I like the leather seats, heated seats, all the little bells and whistles, the remote start and the electric lift gate or remote lift gate came in handy. Bluetooth, all that. So, alright guys, I don't know what else to say about this car. Maybe we'll add something later. But I gotta go get my new vehicle. You'll see it in a video shortly. earlier this year, Monica and I were going to play poker somewhere, and we're on our way, and I've been having a bunch of tire problems. I had gotten a flat tire that I had repaired with one of those little repair kits, and I had to keep putting air in the back tire. And what actually was happening was the tread was pulling away from the tire itself, and it was leaking between the sidewall and the tread. But anyways, we're driving, going to poker, and my tire monitor system comes up because it gets down to whatever, 28 or 26 psi, whatever it is. And I have one of those things you plug into your cigarette lighter and it inflates your tire. We pull over into a subdivision on the way there and try airing up the tire, and I thought, well, as long as I can get to this guy's house, we can put on the spare there, and I guess I'll just have to get new tires now. And we fill it up, overfilled it a little bit, thought, he's only a mile away, I gotta be able to get there. And as soon as you turn off the machine, you can hear the tire hissing. Shh. Uh-oh, this ain't good. We pull out, and the little monitoring system, you could just watch it like a countdown. It's like 30, 29, 28, 27. We went about 2 blocks, I think it was down to 10 or 7 or something. And there was a little strip mall with a parking lot, and I thought, well, it's as good a place as any if you gotta change a spare tire, better than the side of the road. So that was a fun little adventure with the car. And you were fast like a pit crew. It was pretty good. That's right. I should have been on a NASCAR pit crew. And then, of course, that just happened a couple months ago, so I got 4 brand new tires on this thing. Put maybe 2,000 or 3,000 miles on it, and here we go. But what are you going to do? The whole reason I bought this car was for my resale business, selling on eBay and Amazon. I had a Ford Ranger Super Cab before this, and I needed interior cargo space because I'm always loading up the car with auction stuff and things from retail stores and whatever else. And if it's raining or if it's snowing or any of that, truck don't do you real good. And I also wanted something that got a little bit better gas mileage than that. It had a 4.0 V6. I think I got like 15 miles to the gallon, and it just wasn't cutting it, so I traded it in, and it did good. We filled it up a lot. There was a couple times that Monica almost got left. But you guys got to see a lot of that stuff with us, which was nice. Yep, if you go back to past ride-along videos and different things, this car's definitely been packed up in previous videos. Went to Big Lots one time, and she seriously almost got left. There was nowhere to put her. There was plenty of room to put all the stuff, but there was no place to put the girl. That was one of your biggest Amazon for toys, because you'd only sold like 5 or 8 toys in the whole year just because you had them. Yeah, it was right when I started retail arbitrage. Didn't really know what I was doing, and the store messed up. The only reason we even bought all that stuff is they had a sign saying 50% off toys, and when we got in there, it was like 4 toys in the corner of the store. So I kind of got into it with the manager saying, it doesn't say select toys, it doesn't say certain toys, it doesn't say toys of a certain brand, it just says 50% off toys. And so they agreed. They said, okay, we'll take 50% off any toys you bought. And I filled this terrain up. Like I said, the girl almost got stranded. Almost had to trade her in for the toys. She could have rode on the back, but she might have drove and let him ride on the back. You never know. Yeah, right on the top. Or the top. We did that again at a Kmart. Kmart in Belvedere, Illinois, was going out of business, so they were having their sale, and of course things are 50% off and 75% off, and we had 4 carts worth of stuff, and we were to the point we were taking individual items out of bags and like just sliding them into little nooks and crevices. And I was sitting there thinking on my phone, okay, who's closest nearby? My dad's got an SUV, Mom's got an SUV. Good thing everyone in my family has an SUV, so we're like, hey, someone's got to come over here. I can't fit all this crap in my car. We had that adventure. Farm and Fleet, we couldn't fit everything in the car. Bought a bunch of stuff at Farm and Fleet one year. Luckily, my mom and my sister were shopping at another store. couple miles away, so we had to unload some into that car and then go back into Farm and Fleet and do some more shopping. Oh, we're idiots. But hey, all of that stuff pays for this new vehicle that I'm going to pick up right now.
So memories and good money.
Memories and no loans.
No loans.
No loans.
Full out.
No interest.
I'm so proud of you.
I know, it's craziness. It's going to be the second biggest check I've ever written in my life. What other stories we got?
Lots of books.
Monica and I have been to this book sale a couple of times, and I don't sell books anymore, but it's a $1 admission, and then everything you can take, everything you can carry is free after the $1 admission. So I had this little cart, a little hand truck, actually it's the Harbor Freight folding one, and I'd strap a plastic tub to it, and there was tons of books there. We weren't just grabbing every book, we'd actually sit there and scan all of them. And we ended up filling this back of this thing up completely from bottom floor to top with tons of books. And man, could you feel it? Especially with this little 4-cylinder. It was like towing a boat or a truck or something.
We'll fill that up there too.
The Planned Parenthood sale. Planned Parenthood sale had it was 75% off. But the thing about the Planned Parenthood that kind of sucks is they write with a red colored pencil the price of every single book. So it's 75% off, but as I'm selling them, then I got to go back and erase their damn red colored pencil. Monica's pointing to herself because she damn well knows I didn't erase a single one of them thousands of books. But Monica did. She's the book cleaner. That's her job. When we're listing books, she cleans them, she gets them ready. I price them and sticker them, and
I think we had a good system there.
We had a good system for a while.
I could keep that clean, and you could list them really quick.
And then Amazon bent me over, and after one or two shellackings, we decided it's enough of that. Gotta get out of Dodge while the getting's good.
Got a lot of good thoughts in this vehicle.
Hang on. I'm probably going to be too lazy to include this, but in 2017, we were at Country Thunder, and it was a mud fest. Literally flooded parking lot. I actually had to give Monica a piggyback ride because I had these knee-high, I don't even know what you call them, like, I used them for doing concrete, knee-high boots, these rubber boots, and those things almost overfilled the top. I mean, it was deep. All these cars were getting stuck, and it was awful. I still had my old shitty tires, and that was probably what pushed me over the edge. Like, I need tires. Well, the flat tires really pushed me over. But I was really getting serious about it after Country Thunder because this thing's all-wheel drive, and I was just sitting there spinning. Just zing.
Yep, you were a gentleman. You gave me a piggyback ride.
That's right. Gave her a piggyback ride. I spared the girl, and I don't know, to my own detriment. Pretty much how life works. I should try and put some clips of that in there. I still have them from last year. I never touched them. Never did anything with it. We did a lot of ride-along videos right here. More recently, you guys are looking out the windshield, but you can see that little residue on the top of the stereo, whatever that plate's called. And when you'd see both of us on the camera at once, that's where the camera was sitting. When it was just me, usually hung it up on the, whoa, stay on the road, fool. Hung it up on the visor up there.
Don't tear it up before you trade it in.
I know, right? I'll wreck it right before I get traded in. But I'm excited to get this new truck. And it has nothing to do with Yoda Doug calling this car a granny car. It's just a coincidence of the timing. No, actually I started looking at trucks last year, and I just didn't find anything that I really wanted and really was interested in spending that kind of money on. But I really like what I'm getting now. Hopefully I'll hold on to it for, I don't know, 8 years. I think 8 years is good. I think 8 years is good.
Until your next girl.
Until my next girl, so 6 months.